For this procedure, we will be performing a window inspection. Now there's a couple different reasons why you'd be doing a window inspection. Number one, obviously, if the window's leaking, or two, if you have an operational problem issue with the window, perhaps one of the latches aren't latching properly, and that could also cause a window leak. But those are your two different main reasons why you'd be doing a window inspection. So what does a window leak look like on an RV? Let's take a look at that. There's 2 or 3 different symptoms you'll see out there. One, if you have a leak between the window fixed pane glass and the window frame, or you might see water running down the inside the ventilation sash like this one. That's another one. And third, if you see water accumulating on the windowsill and then running down inside the RV, that's another one that you might see out there. So to begin the process of troubleshooting, first you must know that if you see a window leak, it might not be the window itself. It might be the hole that was cut out originally for the window is not the right size, or fixtures on the outside, perhaps you have a light or you might have an awning, something like that, that's causing the leak, but it looks like it's the window and it's not, it's something else. So what's good to know is replacement of the window isn't always the answer. If you have water on the inside of the windowsill, it's important to know that ventilating windows and awning windows you find on RVs emit some water. This could happen when subjected to direct water flows. Now, they are designed to manage the water that comes in during average storm events and normal vehicle washes. What they aren't designed to do is withstand submersions or high pressure water flows. So most ventilating and awning windows are designed with weep holes. These allow for water to come in, whether through bypassing the opening pane or from condensation to drain out the window rather than leak on the inside. For windows that have weep holes on the top and bottom, what you're looking for is that the top weep holes, the primary ones that you can see on the outside of the window frame, have plugs in them, whereas the secondary weep holes, which are inside the frame, you can see them if you look close. Those need to be 100% siliconed on the top, and the bottom weep holes, both primary and secondary, are open. Now, from time to time, windows can get dirt and debris inside the weep holes on the bottom of the window. And what you can do is you can take a stiff wire, like a pipe cleaner, and push that inside the weep holes and clean those out and make sure that they're completely cleaned out so that the water can run through and out the window. Check to make sure that your window is properly closed. Now here we have a sliding window. Make sure that these latches and knobs that hold the slider together are not broken or cracked. They actually interlock into the window like that, and it creates that seal between the panes of glass. You can also have the mullion itself bowed away from the window, so make sure that there's a tight seal there. Or if the operator knob here is stripped or cracked, then you won't get a tight seal from the window sash to the frame of the window. You can also have a vented window like this one that has vent seals underneath. These are subject to deterioration over time. These will need to be replaced to improve vent closure. First, if you have a leak between your window frame and the exterior of the unit, you might see water running down the inside of your cabin, Or if you have water leaking between the sash of the window and the window frame, you might see water pooling inside the windowsill. And lastly, if you have water intruding between the mullion and the window frame, you might see water either pooling on the windowsill also or running down the inside of the window. Now, water has a tendency to travel long distance before it's detected, so we need to create a process of elimination to isolate the leak. Rubber glazing around the window is typically cosmetic only. Now, if you peel that back, you can see where the window pane beds up against the window frame. Now, if there are any gaps between those two, go ahead and fill those gaps with 100% silicone. You can run a bead all the way around the bed of the window. Then, once that's dry, replace that rubber glazing and you should be good to go. Let's talk about proper clamp ring installation. So there's a couple different ways for the clamp ring to not sandwich that wall properly. One, that the clamp ring is too thin, where the clamp ring will start to twist when you tighten the screws on the window, and it won't be parallel. That'll cause leaks. However, there's also another way in that the clamp ring's too thick. And when it's too thick, then there will be a gap between the wall and the clamp ring, and it won't sandwich that window properly. So all you have to do is double check the clamp ring and make sure that it's the right thickness for the wall. Another possible cause of water intrusion on the RV through the window is that the window doesn't match the size of the cutout on the RV. So let's take a look by taking this clamp ring off and looking inside at the cutout. The proper distance between the window frame and the cutout in the wall of the RV is 1/8 inch on all sides and 3/16 inch in the radius of the corners.